Hello, welcome back to Georgie's Gaming Guide. So today I'm going to be doing a video which I am extremely excited for. It is, as you can see, the UCS Razor Crest, which for some reason Lego has just named the Razor Crest. I think it'd be...
It's on the side there, UCS.
Yeah, it says Ultimate Collector Series, but the name is just the Razor Crest, I don't know why. But yeah, so the UCS Razor Crest, set number 75331, and this set is made out of 6,187 pieces. As you can see, it's a 18+. Now the ship features a rear opening hatch for cargo, a blaster cabinet, carbon freezing chamber, and an escape pod, obviously, to get out of it, which is the same as the smaller versions, not the micro version, the slightly bigger version, which obviously is nowhere near the size of this. This set measures over 10 inches or 24 centimetres high, 20 inches or 50 centimetres wide, and 29 inches or 72 centimetres deep. So we're going to really struggle to find somewhere for this to go with. If the width and the height were switched around, it would be a lot easier, but it's the width and the depth, which is the main problem, as no shelf in the world can hold this, so that's a bit of a problem. But yeah, so as you can see, well, actually no, you probably can't see the markings, but there are lots and lots of stickers. These are stickers it does show on the box, and yeah, that's going to be a bit of a pain to do. Not all of it is stickers though, by the looks of it, because this is the whole brick, so it does just depend what part of the model it is. But yeah, so Dad's going to go over the minifigures and some more detail into the model.
Yeah, so I do like the artwork on this box. I think it looks fantastic. The details just look amazing. So if we go on to the back of the box, so you see a bit more detail with the door open on the side and the landing gear down. I think the engines look amazing. I think there's so much detail in them. You do get, as George said, 5 minifigures on this. So you have Mandalorian. I believe he's actually got a proper head this time, not just a black minifigure head as they do normally. You've got Grogu in his sort of floating pram. You've got this person, Mythrol. Well, his name's not Mythrol, that's the type of creature. He's an amphibious creature. And it was actually in the first episode of the Mandalorian Disney Plus series.
So one of the original cast.
One of the original cast, yeah.
Very hard to meet those.
And then you've got Kuiil, who he meets, I believe, in the first series.
Yeah, I think so.
And he's riding a Blurrg. So I think that it's actually quite interesting that as the stand for the minifigures, you actually have him on the Blurrg as well. That's quite a nice feature as well, like that. With the normal plaque as well. And so for the pictures inside the ship, so you've got Mythrol in the carbon freezing chamber. So that's quite nice. I've got a picture there of the carbon freezing chamber with,
I think that's him,
with him in.
it? Yeah.
You've got the cockpits, I think there is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You have like
this angle.
You've got a Baby Yoda's pram in the room behind him.
Yeah, and then you've got the picture of the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda or Grogu behind him.
Where he's messing with the metal ball.
And then you've got the loading dock door at the back, which is in one of the scenes where Baby Yoda's actually walking down it.
I think it's quite good that they've got a picture from the series for each of them.
It is nice, yeah.
Just shows that it adds that little bit more detail.
So you can see here, as George was saying about the sizes, so a huge 72 centimetres long, so this is a pretty big set.
A lot of the time it does vary in size though, because some people say 29 inch, some people say 28, some people say it's not even 72 centimetres, but I've most heard the 29 inches and 72 centimetres. So that's what we went with. On the box it does say 28 inches, so it's really how you interpret it, because it's not exactly 29, it's not exactly 28, so whichever one you think, really.
Well, I think this is going to look amazing. No idea where it's going to go.
No?
But it's going to be fantastic to add to our collection of UCS sets.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen the videos for the UCS sets, please have a look at the channel. They're under the UCS playlist. I think this is number 16 or 17 now.
Probably 16, I think.
So yeah, so they're amazing sets. So please check them out and see what you think.
And some of them, they're really good. We wouldn't think they were. So, also, not all of them are builds and reviews because we did them before we started the channel. So some of them are just reviews, but nonetheless, it is. In my opinion, they are quite nice videos and they're a really nice set. So I'd really check them out. But yeah, so I think that is going to be everything for the intro. So let's get the box open and let's start the unboxing. So we are back, and this is the finished unboxing period, at least for the first half. You know, we've got the second video that will be coming out at some point, which will be the second half, maybe the review, or it might be the review will be a different video. Not 100% sure yet. So yeah, this is huge. You said you saw bag 19 somewhere. Is that what it goes up to?
Yeah.
So you've got the Mandalorian in this book. Book 1, and then you've got Baby Yoda in book 2.
So that's the first 2 books together, as you can see.
And there are 4 books,
there's
obviously.
Quite a lot, yeah. So there's 4 books, this is the first 2.
It's been mad. So at least at the end of bag 1, we'll pretty much be able to see the depth.
Yeah,
Oh, book 1, sorry.
Yeah.
Not bag 1, book 1. If it was in bag 1, that'd be a very big bag.
So we have some stickers as well, so it must be the only sticker thing you get in it because you get the plaque in it already. And you've got a couple of people in carbonites and then stickers for outside the ship. So it's not a huge amount of stickers considering the size of the set. So hopefully that means there's some printed pieces, so we'll see how we go. But there is a Baby Yoda sticker there.
A bit of writing above it.
A bit of writing which I can't read.
It's in a different
It's in
language.
a different language, that's why.
So
Yeah, so...
Not as in like a human world language, a Star Wars world language.
So I think we should get started.
Yeah, so without further ado, let's go straight into the build. So we are back, and this is the finished model of box 1, obviously. So just before I go over it, I'm going to go over the Mandalorian. So the classic like beigey armour for the chest piece, and then the metal for the trousers, and then the long gun. And he does actually have a head in this model. It is only one-sided, but he does have a head, and you can choose if he's wearing his helmet or hair. So Dad's just going to tip the model forward, and you will be able to see the inside. So the front bit here is obviously mostly controls. There is the like little ball that Baby Yoda takes off. So it's quite nice that they've added that in. And there is a lot of printed control panels in this set. It is wild how many there actually are. So this bit here, we have like 2 back seats for the cockpit, the door to it, which does open. Baby Yoda in his pram. Baby Yoda comes in 2 pieces, the head and the body, and then they are the eggs that he was eating from the planet that they crash landed on, I think.
It is when they were giving the lift to the person. It was one of his missions.
Oh, was it?
And she's got the thing on the back with the eggs in.
Oh yeah.
And he kept stealing
them. But yeah, so I think that's my bit done, so I'm going to hand you over to Dad. When he's done, I'm going to go over the books.
So yeah, so this set, as you can see, it's pretty big already. So this is probably halfway through. I would have thought there'd be another 2 books in the next box. When you open the box, it's actually got 2 separate boxes inside. So we're doing a video for the first one, and then the second one will follow. So the details on this is really nice. I think the way they've done all the panels, it just fits really nicely together, because we're doing all the different angles they have to do. I think they managed to get the front of the ship looking really good. There will be some guns going on here, which is why we've got some big gaping holes on the side.
I did wonder about that.
Yeah, so it's but yeah, inside you've actually got the Mandalorian's bed, I believe it is, with a ladder to get up to this level, and then it goes through into the main compartment. As I say, it's a bit hard to see in here, so I'll take
one of them out.
I'll take one of them out. So you've actually got a couple of prisoners in carbonite. So you have 2 of these identical but with different stickers on them. So it looks like you've got 2 different prisoners. And he's actually got the unit in there which puts them in carbonite, which I believe one of the minifigures later on is where you put him, because he's in handcuffs. You have a gun cabinet. I don't know how easy it's going to be able to see. Just at the back here, it's got a label on top with Grogu on it. I don't know if it's a warning telling him not to go in it, but there are. If you open the doors, you have actually got quite a few guns in there. I think about 6 or 7, isn't it? The other thing I really like on this, so I don't know how easy it's going to be able to see, we've actually got Boba Fett's armour in the back of this as well. So it's quite nice that they included that. I said the helmet does look really cool. I think it's one of the best helmets in the Star Wars universe. Carried on the build, so you actually
probably just really upset a lot of people by saying that, but okay.
Well, it's one of my favourites. So at the back you have a loading ramp. So this comes down. It's
really squeaky.
It's almost like a hydraulic. I mean, it's literally. Oh, there you go. It's a bit tight though. And it's just 2 pieces slide in each other, but they are really, really tight. So it does hold it in place, but as you can see there, it actually pulled it off the door rather than opening it. Whether that'll get better with use, I'm not sure. But I think it's quite nice. They've got this little fold-down bit at the end to make sure it reaches the floor properly. So that's really nice. And you have a couple of doors at the front as well, so they're identical on both sides. So they pull down, and they've got a little ramp on the inside. So again, you get a nice angle coming out of it. So a nice little feature. As it won't be used as a play set, so they'll be left closed all the time. But overall nice, and it's with the legs you put on this. I think the design of them is really good, and it's really sturdy. There's no movement in this when it's sat on the table. This bit appears to be able to take this off. Not quite sure why. I mean, it only fits on 4 studs. So I don't know if it's designed to come off or whether it's just the way it fits on. Once it's on, it seems fairly solid, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. As I say, it's a display piece for us anyway, so it's... Yeah, I'll get that back on there.
Drag over the books. Well, you're trying.
Yeah, so you go over the book. So I think in terms of the model, that's all we've got so far. I think the rest of it is probably the engines, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. So it's going to be like this covering bit. Then it will be the engines. So as you can see, if you had a keen eye and looked next to me, there was 2 books. This is the comparison just next to each other. So they're pretty much identical in size. Maybe one's a bit bigger. So in one you get the Mandalorian, 2 you get Grogu. Now, as a guess, it will be the same in the other box. Now, there were 19 bags within these 2 books, so that was quite nice. But there is lots. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to show this. If you want to just go through that one, I don't think there's anything on here. No. So there's lots of art.
Yeah, so there's lots of art. Tells you a bit about the ship.
It always looks like the same creator for all the stuff like this.
So there's loads of detail in this. As I say, as with all the UCS sets, part of the collection is the details that they go into in the instruction booklets.
By the way, don't worry for any collectors, that's not the pages ripping,
Yeah.
that's just the sound of it going.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure if you're a collector you'd know that. But
Yeah. So but I think overall the quality is really nice. I do like on the front it shows you which character. Again, just killed the Mandalorian. It shows you which character you've got in there and the bits you're going to build. If we have a quick look on the second one, you'll actually see that the bits are already there in gold. So it shows you all the bits you're going to put on with the Grogu. So I think the presentation of this is
quite
excellent.
nice, yeah.
So I think that's all I've got to talk about it for now until we get to the second bag.
yeah, so second bag, second box.
Second box.
There we go. Yeah, you need to make sure you're getting it right. So, yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. We really hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure that you like, subscribe, and leave a comment your thoughts about it. And also make sure you watch out for this Wednesday's video, which is going to be my build and review on the Hogwarts Carriage and Thestrals.